everybody, it's Willa from Willa Moo Mystical. Welcome to this video. So this morning I was working with my ancestors and I was burning my ancestor candle. And yeah, it's time for me to create a new one. And I thought, why don't I just jump on here and show you how I do that, how easy it can be. You can basically use any color of a candle you like, but what you do want to use is you do want to use one of these glass jar ones. I get mine at the Dollar Tree for $1.25, to be honest with you. The one thing I do like to do is I like to take off the wrapper that they put on there. Now, there is a warning about never leaving a candle unattended. Trim your wax to 1/4 of an inch. So please take note of your warning. If you go to remove this, you may even want to save it, save the instructions for a later reference, which is what I will do myself. But I'm going to take that off, and now you can just see the beautiful yellow candle. I most often use white, but it just depends. On Mother's Day, I may use pink or red. So with that being said, you've seen I've kind of like set up my little ancestor altar out here to give you kind of an idea. So I like to take the candle. Now I have one of those printers, those little bitty tiny printers that when you want to print something, you can even print receipts on it. It can be printed on like a sticker paper. So that's what I have. It only prints black and white, but that's good enough. I mean, if you really want to be technical, I could go in and take color pencils and color it in, but yeah, no. So I'm going to kind of like cut these apart. And these are of the ladies who helped make me who I am. And so, yeah, they're the reason why I want to add them, because I still seek their guidance. So I've got my great grandmother and my grandmother, my beloved, beautiful mother, and her youngest sister, who was my teacher and my mentor. And what I'm going to do is put them on this candle. Now, something else I have to go on this candle is I have stickers. I love stickers. What a beautiful way to commemorate somebody than to decorate your candle with things that remind you of them. So I think the first thing I want to do is I do want to put on the stickers of my ancestors first. So I think I'm going to begin first with my mother. Now see, these I want to make that a prettier cut. That one's just not so pretty. So these I can just peel, but you can also use tape or a glue stick. I just got that little printer, and honestly, this is the reason why I got it. I got it on Amazon. I think I paid something like $24, and boy, did it come with the, what do you call it, the paper spools for it. Came with quite a bit. So I'm going to just pull that off, and I'm going to put my mother up here first. And I think below her, I am going to put my mentor, my teacher and my mentor. She's the one who taught me everything I know about American folk magic and traditional witchcraft and many, many other pathways. She loved to study the religions and the theories, philosophies of belief system. So I'm going to put her here. Then I think so here's what I got so far. I've got my mother here. I've got my aunt here. And now I think I'm going to put their mother on here as well. And this is one of the grandmothers I was named after. Everyone called her Ruth, but her first name was Ame. And it was Ame Ruth, and my mother took May from Ame. Come on now. And that is the first part of my name. So now I've got my mother and my aunt and my grandmother, and I want to put my great grandmother down here. And this is my great grandmother, and her name was, I think it was Clara. It was either Clara Clarissa or Clara Melissa. I can't remember. But mom took the Lissa from there. She did not want me called Melissa because she said it was very common. My mother liked the unusual names. I mean, seriously. I have a sister named, she's passed, but I had a sister named Theresa. And then me, Melissa. And then one after me who is also passed named Bernadine. And then my youngest sister, her middle name was Arzella. Do you see what I mean about the names? So now I have my great grandmother on there. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to take some stickers. And I have all kinds, but mostly I think what I want to use are some, well, I have a butterfly, a couple of butterflies I can choose from. And I have a Florida spiderwort, but I don't think I want to use that one. I think this one right here, the rose, because my mother loved gardenias. Then I have the yellow to represent my aunt. See what else we may have in here. So we do have quite a lot. Oh, there is another butterfly. And I think that's what I'm wanting to use. And here's one that says tropical. And I just don't know about the tropical. But I do know about the dragonfly. And maybe some, look at this, trees with a deer. As my grandmother and them did live in West Virginia for quite a while. Yeah, so I think I'm going to start with those. And then if I wish to add more, I can. Um, Here is beautiful purple flowers. Now I might cut these apart since I'd be able to do that. And yeah, and I'm seeing also other different little flowers in here. I'm going to just pull some of these out and see which ones we may. Oh, that's so pretty. What is that? That would be like my grandmother right there. Kind of like the wheat flowers. And oh, definitely. Look at the little gnome with love. And I'll tell you the reason why I'm definitely going to use this one. My mother and her twin sister's birthday is Valentine's Day. So definitely I'm putting this one on there to represent my mama. And I think I'm going to put this dead center right here in this big gap where it says love right there. That is between my grandmother and my mother. So definitely I'm going to put that one right there. I would actually like to have moved that over more towards my mother. But I don't think these are supposed to be, you're supposed to be able to reposition these. This one is kind of like saying, I don't want to. I'm going to try to. No, I'm just going to leave it. Yep, I'm not going to tear that beautiful sticker up. So then I did pick one for my mama that's close to her. My mother loved, oh my gosh, she loved that Avon perfume, gardenia. And this is not a gardenia, but it is what's put me in the mind of that. So I'm adding this one here. I'm adding that one there for her. So my pictures may be in black and white, but at least the stickers lets me add pops of color. See, I don't want to get on your face, Mom. There we go. Pull that bottom up. Slid on me and it went down too fast. So I lost my mother in 2008. In May of 2008, I lost her mother in September of 75. My aunt in 22 and my great grandmother, I'm not sure. So then I want to put on, I think I want to put on some of these butterflies. Let me see what butterflies I have here. Or do I want to put on some more flowers? Oh, well, thank you. You're pretty. I thought they had like a green butterfly. Yeah, there it is. See how pretty? I think I want to put that one right here, flying up that way to help fill that in. I don't want to fill in every little space on a candle because then the light's not going to shine through as it starts to burn down. But I do want to make it joyful right there. So there you go. I put on this little love sticker. Then I put on this flower. Even though it's not gardenia, it represents close enough to represent for my mother. And then the green butterfly, which is for transformation. Now, for my aunt, I am putting this one on because she loved to get out into the woods and things. So I'm definitely using this one for her. And then my grandmother and them oftentimes spent a lot of time in, lived in West Virginia. And so I'm putting that one there to remind me of that. Then I came across this yellow one, and it is just like, I don't know, it's like maybe an orchid or a lily. And it's just, I just think it's a very beautiful one for remembrance. So I'm using this one between my aunt and my great grandmother here. No, it's not going to cover their faces. I thought for a minute I was in trouble. You can see where that landed. And there is my great grandmother and my aunt, but we're good. We're good. And then I think over here, I think that, ooh, way too big. As much as I love it, it won't fit. Because I would sure plaster. I have another butterfly. I think I will put where the butterfly can go more up here. And I think I'm going to put, I like these. How would that work here? It would go over my grandmother's face, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to see if I can find a smaller, maybe like a rose. Look at this simple rose and this dragonfly. I think if we add these, we will be good to go. What is that? That's cute. And what's this one? Maybe so. Let's see what we have here. So we have a dragonfly, and we have a dragonfly, we have a rose, and then we have these purple ones. And I think, do I want to put the dragonfly here? No, I don't think I want to. I think I want to put a flower there. I think this flower coming up across here, I think that would look pretty there. So that's where I'm going to put this one. If I can get the, and then in a second, you will see this. Then we're going to talk about what items I have on my little altar. None of my altars are permanent. They don't permanently stay up. I do take them down, and I will put them back up when I wish to work with them again. So I think I'm going to run this right through here. Oh, that's perfect. See, and it didn't get my great-grandmother's, my grandmother's, or my mother. It just looks nice. Now, I did like this dragonfly. I thought of another butterfly there, but I think I'm going to put this dragonfly up here. So let me put this on. I'll show you how we have this. And I think that might be the ending of what I put on mine. Because like I said, as this burns down, I want to be able to see. Oh, that's so pretty. That went all the way up to the top. Yeah, I'm not seeing where I'm, wait a minute, maybe right there. Let me see. What do we have? We had that one. No, I think I'm just gonna put the rose across there. Or maybe not. No, I think I'm just gonna leave it. I think I put enough on it. Let me collect the rest of these. I love stickers, and I will overdo if I'm not careful. So I just need to be, this one's used. I just need to be careful. And so those are the trash then. So here is my candle, if you can see it. It says love with a little gnome holding hearts. And this is the love of my ancestors. But my mother was born on Valentine's Day. And then I have a rose, a flower that kind of looks close to, it's red. It represents, to me, it's going to represent the gardenia that my mother loved so much. And there's my mother. And then I've got some little wildflowers over here for my grandma and my great grandma. And then my grandma lived a lot in West Virginia. So there is some of the pine trees and stuff from that way. I got a green butterfly for transformation. I got some yellow flowers down here for remembrance. And then I have a dragonfly up here for inspiration. So I think that is going to be, that's my new ancestor candle. And you don't have to burn this all at once. You don't have to burn it till it totally burns down. Now I do have a mirror up here because I want to reflect my love towards them. So I'm going to turn that around towards the front. And then I have just my little goddess statue, my divine feminine energy, which is in all of us. I have a large cowrie shell that I use for to represent communication. And sometimes I just love to put this up to my ear. As they say, you can hear your ancestor speaks through the large shell. So I'm putting that on there to represent them. And then I have a skull to represent all of the wisdom that they brought to me. And then three stones that I use on my altar for my ancestors, which comes from the spell kit Ancestor Blessing, or fancy Jasper, carnelian, and red Jasper. And then I have a small dried rose just to represent my love. Now, as an offering, I could use tobacco because a few of these ladies at one time or another did smoke, but I quit smoking 4 years ago and I just don't want to be connected to tobacco. So I put a little bit of mugwort in here and other smoking blends you can use as well. And then I put a quarter, a nickel, a dime, and a penny, as that is my offering unto them. And then this will get taken to my store, and I will put this into Buddha's basket. Then at the end of the year at Thanksgiving, we take everything out of Buddha's basket. We run it up to the next 100th and we donate it to the animal shelter. This past Thanksgiving, Buddha's basket brought in $137. And then my husband and I rounded it up to an even $200 and donated that check to the Citrus County Animal Service through my store, Willem Mystical, because we have our little dog, Ty. He's a rat terrier chihuahua, and he loves us and gives us so much every day. But what that dog has done for my son, money cannot put a price on it. So for that reason alone, he will have a home with us until he passes. And then we will adopt another dog from the shelter out of, well, in remembrance of Ty, and give another dog a good home and all the love that we can give it. And we will continue Buddha's basket. So that is what I do with that. And then the herbs I'll just take out and I will give back to Mother Earth. But there is my little altar down in my store, and also I think on my Etsy store. If not, I'll check. We do have a spell kit for honoring ancestors, and believe it or not, at Samhain we have Samhain Blessings, but any other time of the year we have one called Ancestor Blessings. And I'm going to share this with you and tell you what's in it, because you can do this yourself. And then in the comments I will put the spell in there so everyone can just share it. If you want to buy the kit, you can. If you just want to go about and gather your own items and switch it up to fit you, that's okay too. I don't mind. So in the kit, you're going to get 4 candles. And the candles that you are going to get, and there's a reason for these colors, which you will find out. You will get a brown, an orange, a red, and a yellow chime candles. And then you'll get an incense cone. And I often will burn an incense on here. I just didn't bring any out. And then you'll get the three stones that I was just speaking of. You will get a fancy jasper, you'll get a carnelian, and a red jasper in the kit. And you'll need chime candles, of course. And I always like to have a center candle. So then here is the spell. And this is an interactive spell. So as you do the spell, you will interact with the altar itself. So it goes, Ancestor Blessing. I call upon my ancestors far and wide. I summon you from the other side. I light these candles in remembrance as I seek your wisdom and your guidance. I light the yellow candle to illuminate your way. I light the brown candle to keep all evil away. I light the red candle for your strength and love. I light the orange candle for your gifts thereof. I respect and honor all of thee. Upon my altar thee shall be. Never shall I go alone, for you are with me through my ancestor stones. I charge the carnelian for your inspiration. I charge the fancy jasper, and you'll hold these over the incense smoke, within the incense smoke. I charge the fancy jasper as your protecting light. I charge the red jasper as your guidance to guide me through the darkest of nights. So mote it be. So as it say, I like the yellow candle to illuminate your way. You will like the yellow candle, and then you continue on down with the bread, the brown, the red, and the orange. Then at the end, one by one, you'll pick up your crystals and you'll charge them in the smoke of the incense. And then these, every time you set an ancestor altar, or every time you want to work with your ancestor, you can use these crystals to hold them and connect with them. Another thing you can do is you can take remembrance oil or even just rosemary oil and anoint the top of your ancestor candle each time before use. And you can also, if you wish, you could put rosemary around your altar. I'm never going to tell you to put herbs in your candle because they can catch fire and this can become a hazard. I'm never going to tell you to put crystals in your candle because they can heat and they can burst, and it can burst this apart to where it becomes little flying objects or shards of glass everywhere. So then you can carry these with you. You can leave them on your altar. When you go to work with your ancestors, you can hold them and just bring them more into you. So I just wanted to share this with you. This is my ancestor altar. On occasion, I do set up the other candles and I will burn them. Not always, but on occasion I do. And I will repeat that very spell. But there you go. Thank you for joining me. And please, if you will, like my video, subscribe to my channel, and share. Click the notification bell. But most of all, please leave a comment because I really would like to know what you think and what you have to say. And like I said, I will, in the comments of this video, I will list the supplies you need, the candles, an incense cone, and what crystals. And then I'll put this, I'll share my spell in there as well. So if you wish to create an ancestor altar and honor your ancestors and you don't know where to begin, you can do so. But a lot of times when I work with OB divination cowrie shells, I like to do it in front of my ancestor altars because those are working with your ancestors. And so also times when I want to work with my pendulum and thing, and many times I will anoint my shell, my large shell, and I will listen. I'll just close my eyes and concentrate on the sounds within the shell and allow the thoughts and feelings from my ancestors to come to me. Like I said, I thank you for joining me, my friend, and I hope you build your own ancestor altar. Stay forever magical and blessed be.